Good morning. It's Monday, January 6th. And the other day I talked about war in the Red Sea and how the Houthis were constantly attacking ships. But there are other wars going on in that region. And in particular, there is a war between Israel and Iran that is going on. And these two countries were allies until 1979, when the Islamic Revolution took place in Iran. And that brought in a regime that has opposing Israel as a key part of its ideology. Iran does not recognize Israel's right to exist and seeks its eradication. And the country's supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, has called Israel a cancerous tumor that will undoubtedly be uprooted and destroyed. Now, Israel believes that Iran poses an existential threat, as evidenced by Tehran's rhetoric and its buildup of proxy forces in the region, which include the Lebanese Shia, that militant group, and Hezbollah, and those groups are sworn to Israel's destruction. And Iran is funding and arming the Palestinian group of Hamas. Now, this was a quiet war that started in 1979. It really didn't erupt publicly until April 1st of this year or so. And Israel had been engaged in years-long shadow war attacking of Iran's assets, and they wouldn't admit responsibility for any of those things. But those attacks have increased considerably during the war in Gaza. That's the war that sparked the Palestinian group's Hamas's assault on all of those nearby communities last October. So you see, the world has changed with respect to Israel in many cases. So let's take a closer look at some of the things that happened. Iran said it attacked Israel on the 1st of October in retaliation for the killings of the leaders of Hezbollah and Hamas. Those are Iranian-backed armed groups that are fighting Israel. And a senior Iranian commander made those statements. So you have the Hezbollah leader, Hassan Nasrallah, and the Brigadier General Abbas Milfassam were killed when Israel bombed the building they were in the Lebanese capital of Beirut on September 27th. And the Hamas political chief, Ismail Haniyeh, was killed in an explosion in the compound where he was staying on a visit to Tehran on July 31st. And Iran blamed Israel for that attack, but Israel has not confirmed any of these involvements, and they haven't denied them either. So Iran's attack was its second ever directly against Israel, and it came 5 months after it first attacked Israel with about 300 drones and missiles. Israel said almost all of those weapons were intercepted, and the attack was in response to an Israeli airstrike on an Iranian consulate complex in the Syrian capital of Damascus. Now, that took place on the 1st of April, and it killed 13 people, including 7 members of Iran's overseas Quds force. And 2 of those killed were senior Quds commanders. And Iran said the attack was a violent violation of its sovereignty. Now, the Quds forces are part of Iran's powerful armed force, but they don't seem so powerful when they get attacked. And now Iran must be embarrassed by these attacks. So Israel retaliated for Iran's missiles and drone attacks 3 weeks after by attacking targets in Iran's central region. And U.S. officials confirmed that the Israeli attack took place, but Israel did not comment on that. And Israeli drones were reported to have hit radar that was given to them by Russia. It's the S-300 air defense missile system, which Israel believes would pose a particular danger set to any of its fighter planes in nearby airspace. So the attack on radar was considered limited and designed to signal Israel's ability to strike any Iranian military assets that it chooses. And this war will probably go on for a long time. And Israel and Iran will be enemies for a long time until there is a regime change and a thinking process change that takes place in Iran. Because remember, Israel is a tiny nation in that part of the world, surrounded on all four sides by its enemies. So it should not surprise anybody that there are constant little wars going on there, since Israel is fighting for its very existence, the existence of the Jewish people who have been around for 5,000 years, much to the chagrin of most of the rest of the world, it seems like to me. So I leave you with that. Israel constantly under attack, constantly defending itself. When will it ever stop? That is the big question. Think about it. Have a great day.